All right, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the men at Great Millstone, and to the Hofi elect Akim. May the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to rest upon you. And this sitting is a response, if you will, to the video the apostle Gabar put up dealing with the idol of GMS, the true image of Yahweh Shai, which is important, because if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be recorded in the scripture. The image of Yahweh Shai, it wouldn't be recorded in the scripture. And you scoffers, I think it was heavy what Apostle Gabar said about these scoffers and these niggas who got a problem with every little thing dealing with Yahweh Shai. Basically, that mean that you the enemy of Yahweh Shai, man. You know when you see this thing clearly and with a sound mind, you notice that all these niggas who got a problem with this and a problem with that concerning Yahweh Shai, that mean they basically got a problem with Yahweh Shai. And it ain't the fact that because they trying to throw up that smoke screen as if they so concerned that we're using a graven image. When reality is not about that. It's not about the accuracy of the image. It's about the image in itself. It's about they don't like nothing that that represents Yahweh Shai. They don't like nothing that represents Yahweh Shai. And like the apostle said, in order to break strongholds, in order to take down that image that has stained, that has been seared in the conscience of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially Ephraim, man. You are all engulfed with that image of Caesar. But in order for that to be washed out of your mind, that filthy image, which that's the graven image Exodus 20:4 is referring to, when it said, "Thou shalt not make no graven image." That graven image is that Caesar, that white meat, man. That white picture that you see hanging in your grandma's house. That's the graven image. But the true image, according to the Bible, is the image you see in the post-productions. All right, the image you see on this screen. This is a more accurate depiction of our Lord, Yahweh Shai. Not saying that that's him, but what other picture would you want in your head? That picture, this picture you see, or the picture of that white devil. And you niggas prefer that picture of that white devil because in the spirit, you the enemy of Yahweh Shai. All right, so with no further ado, I'm going to just jump into some scriptures. This is St. John 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yeah, it said the hour cometh, and now is, that the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And that's right now. And how do we worship him in truth? What's part of worshiping him in truth? The true image. You know that you can't worship Yahweh Shai and acknowledge he's from the tribe of Judah and all that, but then you still show reverence to the to that other image, or you say it don't matter. Well, hold up. If it don't matter, why did it was recorded in the book of Revelation? All right, which I'm finna get that. This is the book of Revelation 1:13, well 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as flaming fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So yeah, that scripture is a illustration, man. And what do you do with illustrations? What's the purpose of an illustration? It's to give you a vivid visual, and you paint that picture in your head. Then you also translate that to an image, man. So you niggas don't know what's going on, because in certain captivities, writings were depicted as drawings. So if we was in a captivity where the writings was in drawings, then we'll be making images all the time. So that debunked that whole graven image, weak, feeble attempt to try to come up against the men of the Most High and come up against the image of Yahweh Shah. Because that graven image is, like I said earlier, that the graven image is that picture of Cesare Borgia that's hanging in all you niggas' houses, man. That's the graven image, not the image you see on the screen, because this image on the screen is according to Scripture. And by the way, if the Bible, all right, because most of you niggas who come up, who have came up against this whole idea of Yahweh Shah being an idol, in his image, because that word idol just means image, man. So all you niggas who come up against that, all right, you claim to deal with the Bible. The Bible is your main resource where you get your information from, right? So where else, what other resource can you get the image of Yahweh Shah other than the Bible? I could see if the Bible never had a illustration of Yahweh Shah, then you would have no choice but to go to other resources. But hold up, the same Bible that you read out of, it gives you the illustration of Yahweh Shah. And you claim to deal in the Bible, so you gotta use the Bible as your measuring stick. And the Bible measuring stick is like it says here in Revelation 1:15, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. So, hey man, you gotta build your case around the Scripture. And when you see in pre-production, or you see us brothers here at Great Millstone, with the apostles on down, showing these images or these depictions of the apostles and Yahweh Shah himself, is inspired by the Scripture, man. This image, what you see on the screen, is inspired by the Scripture. It ain't of our own. So you niggas is finished, man. You niggas don't understand what's going on, man. All right, a part of breaking strongholds is more than just going out calling the white man the devil. All right, it's more than telling the nation of Israel who they are, and that America's going down. All right, you got to give the whole truth, man. It got to be the 100%. You got to be the whole role, man. And a part of the role is this image, because this image has been one of the lies that's been pushed by the so-called white man. So that got to be addressed, man. You can't say, well, nah, we ain't gonna deal with the image. No, that's a part of the stronghold. You can't break down the front part of the wall and leave the back part up. No, we got to break down the full stronghold of this devil, man. And that image is one of the strongholds. So how do you break it down? How do you break that image down? By putting up the right image according to the Scripture, man. And you 2/3 and you scoffers gonna get destroyed, man. I pray Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man, Shalak Rayam to you niggas, man. All right. Now, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. Yeah, the truth that's been so long without fruit will be declared. And this is a part of that. This image and us pushing the true image of our Lord Yahweh Shah is a part of the truth being declared. All right, 2nd Ezra 6 and 28 again. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. Yeah, corruption is being overcome as we speak, because we're overcoming this corrupt devil, man. All right, which is known as which is the white man. All right, which is known as Esau of the Bible, the devil. All right. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Yeah, and this is an example of that, man. That truth that has been so long without fruit is being declared now. Because for all this time, so-called white man has been hiding the truth, man. He's been covering the truth. So how could you counter that if, you can't just say, well, that's not the image of the Lord, and then you don't show the image, all right? That's like telling a nigga, man, you're going the wrong direction, but you don't tell him what's the right direction to go. Man, you niggas is simple, man. All right? And with that, death to you 2/3 and you scoffers, man.